Hello, everyone. Welcome to the sixth edition of the Dogs Bulletin, the second of this year. I will be covering two main topics. One, some of our plans for the upcoming summer and updates concerning that. And two, a short re-explanation of why we do or don't make certain projects that people want. One, for the summer, for those who have been following our other social media sites where the majority of our works are posted, Mr. Hunter Graham, the wandering zoologist, is on leave for this summer. He will be back at the ending of next month. But me, Dr. Clark, and Mr. Derek Brown, the hip hop historian, are still making content every week. So please go to our other social media sites after that. I plan on releasing more videos, including more videos and auditory content based on Derek's work in particular concerning hip hop and music history. And also, I have a new interview that I will be recording within the next few days, and it should be out on our streaming and download platforms, hopefully by next week, by the beginning or middle of next week, hopefully. And I will probably be doing another interview right after that as well. But don't fret, for those who love or like our shorter videos, those will still be produced too at a timely manner. I have a few interesting ideas for those and things I already had planned from all the way back from last year. Also, this as well, we have plans to do the sequel to our original natural hair showcase project that we did a few years ago, the first showcase project of its kind. I will hopefully be doing that by next month, and that will be released in between some of our other projects, including our videos and our written content. Speaking of that, I should have at least 2 more biographies out within the next a month and a half. I will try to fit that in between the other projects that I have announced and other projects that we plan on doing. We may be doing another podcast within the next few months. We just have to have time to set aside to talk to each other for it. But hopefully when we do, it's going to be our best one yet. And going into the beginning of fall, I may also be making a new biography, a month-long or holiday-oriented biography project concerning certain fall holidays. Since we do that every year, be it for October or November. And if I do it specifically for October again, it's going to have a special theme as well. Last year's theme was Resident Evil, so this one is going to most likely be a little bit different. But with that being said, if anyone has any questions or any comments about any of our plans, please put it within the comments. But going forward to the next part of our bulletin, I've noticed that especially over the past year, our videos, or really half a year, our videos have been getting less likes, shares, and especially views. I know that's for various reasons, be it the algorithm, and even some of our interviews in our podcast on our streaming and download platforms have as well. And even our written content, which again is a majority of our content, so follow our other social media sites for that. That has been getting less and less overall likes, shares, comments, and everything of that nature. And I know part of the reason why is because many of you may not be interested in certain things, even though our main point of doing what we do is to educate people through entertainment. Helping us learn, as you all learn, has always been the most important aspect of what we do. But even besides from that, I made a previous Dogs Bulletin, which I'm going to put within the description or in the video itself, where I covered the prioritization list of how we produce the content that we make. And usually the request that people give us is at the bottom of that, because when we do, the amount of return that we get from it is minuscule for the amount of people asking for it. And that's part of the reason why we, again, may not have made certain projects, at least for me, may not have made certain projects that people may be interested in because of that fact. So, like I always say, if you all show with the numbers that you want certain things, or that you want something similar to something that we've already do it, be it me reporting on a certain type of nerd news or a figure to write about or someone to interview, all of that is dependent on, first, if we had a plan to do it, 2, our numbers, and 3, if you request it. However, if the numbers are past a certain point, that will supersede certain things. So that is your cue. As I always say, we make time for what we want to make time for. We support what we want to support. And I would never tell anyone to do something that they don't want to do. But with that being said, for those who may not be interested in certain things we make, that is the reason why you may not be interested in it. Because a big part of the reason why we produce certain things at a certain time is dependent on the amount of interaction we have in the amount of numbers and impressions. So I hope everyone enjoyed this edition of the Dogs Bulletin. If you have any questions, again, don't hesitate to message us, like, or to comment on the video. Dr. Clark signing out.